The beacons are lit, and so is this battle. Hey, how's it going? My name is jackiefishhh, and welcome back to some more Rise of Mordor. Today's video is a very special one, as you can see right in front of you. There has now been a new update, nothing to do with the units or rosters, but they've added in a whole bunch of new architecture for Gondor, which is just absolutely beautiful. This makes me feel like I am in Middle-earth right now, instead of just a normal Attila map. Seeing all of these buildings and custom models and, you know, towers and trebuchets shooting from an actual Gondorian position is absolutely amazing. Seeing these Gondorians actually on top of their own defenses is just so epic, and I'm so glad they took the time to actually start creating their own buildings and architecture, because it beats playing on a normal Attila map hands down. So we'll take a look at all of these buildings in a second, but be sure to let me know what you guys think of the buildings down below. Is this a really awesome achievement? I personally think it's great, and I hope that they do a lot more of these, adding in like derelict buildings so we could even have an Ozilith, but even though like including all the, you know, major provinces like Minas Tirith, which is being worked on, by the way. I'll stick up a screenshot for you guys right now. But like, even, you know, excluding Minas Tirith and all these other crazy stuff, I'm just looking forward to the other like random cities we get, which are just Gondorian architecture and look really cool. And I think this is going to be really awesome. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. So if we take a look at all the buildings right now, then we can then jump straight into this battle. We have a force of Gondorians holding off against a massive, and when I say massive, I mean it, a massive Uruk-hai army numbering 7,200 men, and the Gondorian garrison is 4,800. So still a pretty big Gondorian garrison, but you know, I don't know, balance power isn't looking great for them, but maybe they'll be able to hold. So this map is also made by Empty, I should say, as well. He's made some of the best maps in Attila, hands down. He made the Battle of the Five Armies map, which is one of my favorite maps in the entirety of Total War. It's so well designed, and I really am excited to see what he can do, because he's actually making Minas Tirith as well, which will be great. But anyway, let's go ahead and quickly jump into looking at all these buildings. So we do have some nice kind of like custom towers right here, and the Gondorian walls, which are pretty well known from like Minas Tirith and stuff, which again is going to look great. I love these artillery pits as well, which have the trebuchets stuck in them, again just very Minas Tirith-esque. And I believe there was something like 20 something custom buildings. This is one of my favorite ones though, is the actual Gondorian gate. This thing looks amazing. I can't wait until they add in custom siege equipment, and imagine just an orc battering around trying to smash this down. It'd be nice as well if they got like these gatehouses to be a lot tankier. Obviously the ones on Minas Tirith have been like imbued with magic, so it's a lot harder to smash them down. I mean, again, it just looks so amazing seeing the Gondorian soldiers up there. I absolutely love it. As we go back, we kind of have a whole mix of houses and other towers which kind of, you know, resemble the Gondorian architecture. Again, just adding a lot of flavor to them. I also really love the way up, and I'm pretty sure that the soldiers, when they go up onto the walls, actually walk up here instead of just teleporting, so that would be cool to see. I'm pretty sure that's the case. We then have a nice little dock area back here, again with more walls. It definitely looks like an awesome walled city port area. And then as we continue to make our way up to the final part of the hill, we kind of have a last little stand back here with, you know, a Gondorian, I guess, garrison camp post right here. And then we kind of have more of a derelict city. These are using, I believe, the Eastern Attila default buildings, because at the moment there aren't, you know, destroyed variants yet. But again, just even looking at this bridge, it's amazing. It just makes me feel like I'm in Middle-earth. And obviously we have the beacon as well. The beacons are lit. And then I even love as well that Empty, you know, creating this little village outside of the city as well. I would love to see maybe more farmland outside, kind of, you know, right towards the edge. But even just having this, you know, this makes sense. This is where the city gets a lot of its grain from, and how the city sustains. I always like that when modders make that effort. You know, obviously they probably got a lot of grain in through the actual port area, but it's always good to see this anyway. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into this battle. We'll tell my Discord to go. So a massive thank you to the Discord for playing this battle out for me live, so we can watch it without any desyncs or any issues. It's really nice of them. So whilst that's happening, we'll quickly take a look at a few of the units which are fighting here as the siege towers start to move up. So we have some of the half-orc axes. These guys are deadly and great armor-piercing units, especially the units you want on the front lines. And I think the first artillery shots came out. Oh, we have to see that as well. Yeah, from the trebuchets. Unleash them. Let them feel death. as the trebuchet comes flying out. Maybe even going to be destroying a siege tower or two. Oh, that one just missed, destroying a few of the infantry. But don't worry, we still have plenty more coming in as well. That one actually getting a direct hit off on the siege tower. One more hit, and the siege tower is going down. As Gandalf says, send these foul beasts back into the abyss. As he sends out more artillery shells. And I think we're actually going to see this one going down. Oh, again, it just missed it. One more shot, and this siege tower is going down. So taking a look at the rest of the Uruk-hai army, we have some Uruk-hai scout archers. We have, as we continue to go back, some of the heavier crossbows from Uruk-hai. We then have some of the heavier infantry, and then the pikemen, and then kind of the stormers. These guys are really the kind of elite soldiers of the Uruk-hai. Also, if you're wondering why it's kind of getting a little bit framey around that time, when I zoom in on the Uruk-hai, because the Uruk-hai, I believe, don't have low quality textures yet, whereas like units like the Gondorians do, so we can have literal thousands of the Gondorians and it'll run very, very well. Another hit there from these towers. I want to see a tower going down, because a lot of these, you know, at least one of these towers going down would be awesome. And I think we're going to be seeing soon. We also have the Uruk-hai artillery as well, hammering away onto the city. Got this one, they're all going down, like really close to being destroyed. There we have it, one of the artillery's going down. The Uruk-hai gets sent flying, losing the entire unit in there. That's brutal. Then if we take a look at the Gondorian forces, we obviously have the traditional Gondorian swordsmen, the Imperial ones on the wall. We then have some Gondor militia, kind of the weaker units, as they receive more artillery fire. The gate is actually open. I might tell them to close the gate quickly, because it's obviously a glitch that has been in Total War for years. It's super stupid. I'm surprised it still is a thing. We then have some Gondorian spearmen back here. Again, these guys always looking amazing. We have some more of the hillmen, as the artillery just is hammering in the city. We also have some Fountain Guard right here as well, which are going to be holding these streets. And as we go back up, it's just more elite, you know, heavy infantry. We have some of the axemen who are going to be deadly against the armored units. Some more of the wardens of the White Tower, but there is no White Tower for them to be guarding this day. And some more heavy infantry. The Uruk-hai also have some kind of a detachment of infantry they're sending off to this left flank. And they're going to be making their way across the bridge and hopefully coming around the side. There is actually no gate here by the gatehouse whatsoever. The ram itself is being brought up. I really, really want to see... Oh my god, the gate is just not closing. Yeah, it's probably to do with these archers. That's so annoying. I can't believe that's not fixed yet in Total War. It really is quite silly. The Gondorians, though, have pulled back their bows, ready to unleash on this battering ram. Does look like the Uruk-hai player is using his heavier shield unit to push up this battering ram, which is a smart idea. Using something that can definitely be protected quite nicely. Especially with the trebuchets. The artillery is going to be coming in overhead once again, though. Trying to do some damage back there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to when they add in destructible variants of these Gondorian walls and stuff. I believe the walls have their own custom animation, so when they're destroyed, but buildings I don't think have their own custom animation or like kind of destroyed model. Because I believe in Attila they have something like 4 or 5 different models, which is pretty impressive actually, of like all the different destructible variants, which obviously they haven't got around to doing. Also, look how powerful these towers are right now. Oh my god. This battering ram is making its way off, and it's up to these archers just to unleash volley after volley. Bring them down, bring them down, bring them down. I mean, they are volleying pretty quickly as these stormers try to get off. Oh, this is so lame that that the gate isn't closed, because it just looks so cool having the Gondorians there. It's really annoying. Maybe we'll do another battle on this map where it works. And there you go, the gate's been destroyed. I would love to see the gate be a lot stronger. Honestly, I'm not sure if that's possible. But yeah, to see the gate not go down in 4 hits would be nice. That's just the default Attila thing, but yeah, I would love to see it not being the case. These archers are just having a field day. It's like at Minas Tirith, where the gatehouse units just literally unloaded, and they were there even after the first floor was taken. They obviously barricaded themselves in as the Gondorians get charged in by the half-orc axes, and this is going to be the perfect unit to try and take out this spearman. However, the volleys coming in from above the gatehouse are going to be doing so much damage. The siege towers need to get up there, and here we go. The first siege tower coming down onto the Gondorian lands. Oh Oh god, this looks so good as they come charging off. And the Gondorians are going to have to hold their own as more and more of the half-orc axes come flying up. Hold, Gondor, hold. Rest of the siege towers as well pushing up closer and closer. This is going to be a brutal fight. We do actually see another siege tower going down, but that obviously would have killed a ton of them. And as you can see, so many arrow slits are coming out from this tower. I definitely would not say that this is an uneven battle. We're also getting all the crossbows from the Uruk-hai as well. They're focusing up on these dudes here as more of the siege towers are getting pushed up. A huge rock comes flying through there. It's really awesome as well to see progress being made on this mod, because there's only really a handful of dedicated people working on this mod who actually properly work on it. Literally only a handful. So it would be great to see if you guys have any experience with 3D modeling, or even if you just want to learn. They're very, very good at, you know, giving you the resources you can learn stuff. So if you want to try and commit to this mod and help out, I'll leave the Discord link down below in the description as the berserkers come flying off they're just charging. They're unchallenged right now. Now the Gondorians are finally going to realise and probably send their way over as they battle for the game. So yeah, if you want to go and help out and maybe learn how to 3D model and stuff, you know, just feel free to ask in their Discord, and they're normally pretty helpful. You know, maybe your first couple models won't be up to scratch for them, but you know, they'll definitely try and tell you what's wrong and what you need to do to improve. So if you do want to help out with this mod, they are looking for people, and especially if you want to dedicate a lot of time to create something awesome, then you know, they'd be much appreciated of that, and they're more than happy to help. They're more than happy to help you out as well. As more berserkers come flying off, these berserkers are just going to clear out these walls like nothing. Especially over here as well. Yeah, the berserkers are just going to be doing so much damage against the Gondorian soldiers. I mean, they're going to bravely try and hold these guys back. And what really needs to happen is the archers back here need to start volleying in, but they can't really see, unfortunately. The Gondorian walls are just struggling right now. Again, as we just zoom in. Oh, it looks so good. That looks amazing. As we just see the Gondorians there lined up on their own walls. The walls come flying in as the artillery as well. That is pretty goddamn amazing. The archers are still up here causing a bit of a nuisance. Does look like a lot of them have gone down, and so one's hiding behind the barricades, which are the only ones surviving. But these ones at the gatehouse have just annihilated their infantry. My god. The balance of power is still, you know, very much in the Uruk-hai favor, but the Gondorians have definitely quelled the first assault coming in. I mean, there's still a huge amount of Uruk-hai left remaining, but you know, taking out this first assault must be pretty nice. Also, so we see the Uruk-hai as well pushing in over here. They've got plenty of soldiers ready for blood. Especially these crossbows as well. On a normal footing, these crossbows will just annihilate the enemy force. And even if we just jump on board with the Uruk-hai as they run through this derelict town. So cool. So guys, if you are enjoying this battle and you are enjoying the Rise of Mordor engagements and stuff and want to see more, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. Obviously subscribe for more, and also hit that bell notification so you always get notified. If you are new to the channel or you've been watching me for a little while, I do upload videos every single day, so if you haven't seen my video, YouTube isn't showing it to you, it's always worthwhile just to check the channel, because chances are I have uploaded, and if I haven't, I've probably mentioned it on my community tab or my Twitter. Definitely worth checking that out. Going back to the walls though, more soldiers flying through this gatehouse right now. As the Gondorians try their best to keep them at bay and just let these archers unload arrows down into the, I guess, weakly armored backs of these Uruk-hai. I'm still actually really upset that gate was glitched open. It would have looked so cool at getting smacked down from one side.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Oh, wow. Some Uruk-hai have made it back, and both of them just going down there. That was a nice little kill animation. There's also some more over there as well. They are fighting militia, but these do look like the Uruk-hai scouts. They're not exactly the strongest Uruk-hai being sent up. That's not a bad idea, honestly. Sending up with the weaker Uruk-hai first, and then bringing in obviously much more elite ones like these guys a little bit later on. I imagine as well the walls themselves are probably going to be getting taken fairly quickly from the Uruk-hai berserkers which are up here. And as we can see, yeah, the Gondorians are actually falling back right now as the berserkers continue to cut their way through. How many kills are these berserkers on now? Probably not a ton, because there's not so many of them in the unit. They've already killed 1 for 1, and there's half of them left, so I imagine a couple hundred kills. How many kills out of interest have these archers got? Only 97, really? Wow, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, here we go. Here's the animation right now. This is awesome. So instead of just having units teleport up, they actually run up the stairs. It's a little bit glitchy here and there, but it's amazing to see them actually having this animation right here. Like, that's really cool. And it's something you would think would be a given in Total War, right? That, you know, you'd actually see them then, but it's not. And it's the same with siege towers and battering rams. You don't actually see them pushing up these battering rams. They just kind of just teleport forward by themselves, which is so lame. Like, even we had that in Rome 1, soldiers pushing up siege towers and pushing up battering rams. It just seems like such an annoying thing that it's not in, you know, more modern Total Wars. Because I don't think it's even in Warhammer. I mean, I guess you get away with it in Warhammer. It's just magic, right? Look at that as well. Imagine soldiers fighting in here because they can. That's really cool. These half-orc axes are going to be just demolishing these militia like they are nobodies. Which is a bit of a shame that these militia have been sent to the slaughter, but it's allowing the archer fire to come in pretty thick and fast. I mean, you can see the arrow fire. I think it's from all the way over here as well. Yeah, these arrow archers right here have a perfect shot across onto the position right there, and I think that's where they're unloading most of their arrows. And they're finding their targets as well, by the looks of it. We do have the berserkers finally clearing out the wall now. Killing these soldiers on the wall is just going to allow them to push lots more men up. And if they can as well, kill these archers. Oh, the archers are retreating? I think we're seeing a full-on retreat now from the gatehouse. The outer walls have been lost. We're also getting a pretty big fight over here on this side as the Citadel Guard are trying to fight off against the Uruk-hai. The Citadel Guard are a really, really tanky unit that is going to always, always hold its ground. They're probably eventually going to lose without killing too many, but this is more of like a delay force rather than anything else. And they also have the crossbows going out as well. Yeah, you can see the crossbows just demolishing these axemen right here who have no protection. So it's a really good target to just focus these guys down and keep them at bay. Going back over though, we do have more and more of these. We actually have some of the Aphelion Rangers as well. I'm not sure if they've still got like loads of ammunition left. So this unit is clearly just waiting. I guess they're not in range yet. So when the enemy get a little bit closer, they will be doing a good amount of damage to them. Just continuing to volley at the enemy. Does look like the gatehouse is finally going down though, which is such a shame. If I was the Uruk-hai player as well, I'd send some men up just to make sure we clear out these Gondorian sword militia. Finish them guys off and then maybe push elsewhere. Which is exactly what is happening. They're going to trap these Gondorian militia on the roads. But the further they push up, the more likely they're going to run into more of the heavy infantry. Oh, you can even fight up here. This is just so good. The modders in Rise of Mordor and the map makers just really do make this mod so good. I mean, obviously the modders of this mod make the mod good, but you know what I mean. Like, just, you know, the updates is slow, but it's understandable. There's only a bunch of guys working on it, and the stuff they come out with is so high quality. Really hats off to Jocks, who mainly made a lot of these models, if not made all of them. They are really, really well done. So we're going to be getting some of the heavier Uruk-hai infantry now, clashing in against these spearmen. They are going to be receiving missile fire though from the Aphelion Rangers, who have now come out from hiding, and they can have a perfect little view down there, unloading their bows, making sure that every Uruk-hai that challenges them goes down. Also, these towers will be racking up kills very, very quickly. So the longer they kind of keep them at bay, the more damage these towers are going to do. But there are still just so many Uruk-hai left remaining. And I think they even have artillery ammunition left as well. Now, they're out of all artillery, but they still have all of this infantry left. And the balance of power has shifted back in favor of the Uruk-hai, even though the numbers are very similar. But the Uruk-hai just have so many of them. Literally, there's just endless swarms, especially now the pikemen are coming up as well now. This is going to be very, very hard for Gondor to hold. But there is always hope. The Axemen are going to be charging in now. A great shock unit to come flying in the times of need. Because that unit can just rack up so many kills, even though the crossbows are still focusing them down. There's so many like really tanky units for Gondor left remaining as well. Their plan is, I guess, just to simply hold these positions whilst the towers just go to town on them. I mean, their numbers will start to drop once these Gondorian swords go. It's going to be pretty brutal for them because Gondor only then on the second layer have these weaker units. I imagine as well we'll be seeing the crossbows flying into the city, maybe taking up these walls. Oh wow, when did these get destroyed? I didn't even notice. Oh, the gatehouse obviously got taken, didn't it? Yes, we do actually have some of the destroyed Gondorian towers here, which looks amazing. That looks awesome. Is there actually a position here as well for these towers? I mean, it does say they are held. They are damaged as well. So maybe we will see these Gondorian towers going down. I'm not sure if there's any way to, like, control them. If there's, like, a certain flag point somewhere. Maybe it's this. Yeah, maybe it's this right here. So kind of once they break through each layer, they then get an opportunity to then take out these towers, which is pretty good because the towers in Attila tend to rack up a ton of kills. The pikemen are getting stuck in through the ranks of the rest of the Uruk-hai. I can't imagine the Uruk-hai care too much if they kill any of their own brethren. As long as they take down a Gondorian soldier, that must be all that matters to them. And I hope they have some pikemen over for the main entrance. Because the main entrance is going to obviously be covered by Fountain Guard. And the pikemen of the Uruk-hai beat the Fountain Guard pretty heavily because their pikes are longer. So the Fountain Guard can't really get into combat with them and just end up losing. So, you know, if Uruk-hai have some Fountain Guard ready to kind of take over, that would be very, very nice of them.
Running, cowards!
You should just see a nice little bird's eye view as more of the Uruk-hai come flying in. It looks like they want to end this battle as quickly as they can. And if they can break through this first or even second layer, that would be very nice of them. It's a shame they didn't save any siege equipment, because I imagine you could probably get like a siege tower up here on the second layer or something. That'd be pretty cool if that was the case. Maybe not though, because it looks like there's a lot of buildings in the way. It could be very glitchy, but it would be very, very cool if they could end up getting, you know, another tower in there, as the city does look, the outer village is now being burned and looted. On their arson pikemen, this is the perfect unit for the Fountain Guard that currently hold the position on the third layer of the defense right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Uruk-hai pikemen are just a bit longer so they can take care of these Fountain Guard. But every second these spearmen hold, I mean, a lot of them are going down. There's 93 of them left, so they're down to half strength. They're also shaken as well. So if they can just inflict a little bit more morale damage and then push their way through, that's going to be really, really big for them. We also see as well the Gondorians, these guys falling back. The Hillmen are, I guess, moving back. They look like Ironborn. I guess they're going to be pushing in to go and support these spearmen. How are we doing on the other side as well? Yeah, I think this side is going to crumble first. Just because of the quality of Uruk-hai that are here. And if this side crumbles, then we're going to get your infantry pouring into the back right now. Really putting pressure. I'm not sure if they can get up here anywhere. I imagine to get up here, you probably go through this tower. So if they can secure this, that'd be great. And you see exactly that. You see the Citadel Guard of Gondor moving around, forming a back-to-back position, I imagine. Yeah, they're forming a back-to-back position. And this will look epic. Look at them. They're about, I imagine they'll form defensive studio in a second. There we go. That looks amazing. And these guys as well probably follow suit pretty quickly. There we go as well. So these Gondorian Citadel Guard are fighting back-to-back. I like to think the general was in here somewhere as well as the men protect him. Looks really, really good. More infantry though have been thrown in here, and the Uruk-hai of Isengard are really looking just to break through this position. They're sending forward everything they have now. So I think this is definitely the key to the city right here. You know, obviously they still have a unit to go through right there, but this kind of provides them with the power to take out all the towers and stop the missiles from shooting them, which will then give their units much more freedom. I mean, look at that as well. So much more infantry piling through. The White City does burn. Luckily, this is not the proper White City, though. Does look really cool. Especially because you just have so many Urukai left remaining. What's the balance of power looking like? It's kind of stayed around this area. And the Urukai have about 1,000 men left remaining. More than the Gondorians, that is. But I think the thing is, a lot of the Gondorian units are kind of crappy. You have a lot, at least 1,000 of these hillmen, which will probably go down fairly quickly, whereas the Urukai sent forward all of their elite units, all of their unelite units first, so they really only have elite units left remaining. And these Stormers will just do so well against the other units. Unleash hell. Just volley, fire at will, men. Aim between their armors, between their shoulders and their head. That's where their armor is weak, boys. Especially over here as well. The Citadel Guard, you know, as I said like about 10 minutes ago, the Citadel Guard are units for holding. They necessarily won't get as many kills, but they will just stay on the battlefield for a long while, and they'll buy you time in other positions for you to do stuff. It'd be kind of cool as well if we had cavalry set up on this map to come in, but unfortunately we don't. But we can definitely do, you know, more scenarios in the future. If you guys have any cool scenario ideas, you want to leave them down in the comments, feel free to do so. So these pikes are going to be slowly killing these guys, bringing them down. And once they've broken through here, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more infantry up here. Oh my god, as well. Look at all these archers. Are these archers? Yeah, these are archers right here. Got slaughtered by the crossbows. The crossbows as well as focusing down this back line. This is brutal. No mercy for the Gondorians. And there literally isn't anywhere to run for these Gondorians either. They have to stand and fight right here. Because there's Urukai, unless there's a boat out. Unless there's a boat. There's still one boat left they can escape on. And a few smaller ones right here. So they could still try and flee, but I don't think the commander would be too happy with that. How's the fight going? Well, we definitely see that everything has been committed here for Gondor now. But the archers are just proving, and the towers are just proving so much for the Urukai to break through. I mean, there are a lot, you know, this map is quite choke pointy, and because of it, it provides, you know, good positions. I wouldn't mind seeing like a destroyed version of this map as well, because that's a really nice way. You know, obviously there's not the assets for it yet, but it'd be kind of cool to see like, you know, like this, but Battle of the Five Armies Dale-esque would be pretty cool, where you just do have loads of holes in the walls and stuff. I want to see how many kills these Aphelion Rangers have got. About 100. That's not bad for them. 100 kills on the Aphelion Rangers. And then only 7 on these guys. They have all their ammunition left. What about the Urukai crossbows? 225 and 167. That is pretty goddamn amazing. I think as well, the Urukai could charge through here if they wanted to. There are kind of gaps opening up here and then up here. They could like break through here really nicely and just surround this unit. As we said, once they break through here, the entire rest of the infantry can make their way in and just swarm this last defense. I mean, there is still a pretty nice last defense. One of the things I love about these custom maps when they do this is they open up separate streets instead of having like buildings and like paths blocked up. You know, there's several ways in to attack here. You can go around this side right there. You can make your way all the way around. You can go up here. You can make your way around there. I love it when maps really open up and it is kind of deceptive. You think there's only one main path, but you can kind of go off the beaten track. I really do dig that. And here we have it. More of the Urukai simply marching forward. Let's turn up the map and insert. Full cinematic mode. You see the beacon has been lit up there, but no aid has come for the Gondorians this day. Pikemen back there as well. We might even start to hear some battle sounds as well, because they have recently found out how to import music into the mod. So hopefully they can get rid of these roaming battle sounds, and we'll have like actual Uruk-hai noises and Uruk-hai horns, and we'll actually start, again, that just adds immersion to the mod itself. With these buildings, you really just get the feel that you are in Middle-earth and you're not just playing Total War Attila. Because I think that's one of the reasons that Third Age was as successful as it was, is because it didn't make you didn't feel like you were playing Medieval 2 when you were playing it. You felt like you were playing, a Lord of the Rings game. As well, that's one of the reasons it was so good. So it does look like the Gondorians are starting to fall back. We have some archers here with full ammunition, retreating back, and that's not a bad idea to start pulling back soldiers. Balance of power as well is still so even. Basically 1,000 men still left in it. Just under, but I mean, as you can see, like, this battle line is going to go down very soon. The Gondorians here are shaken, they're tired, they don't want to be here anymore, and I can't really blame them. Nice, we're going to be having these guys, slowly cutting them down. More archers are falling back, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more. It has actually broken up the formation a little bit. They obviously do need to see that going down, but it's really just this choke point right here that has been being fought over tooth and nail. A lot of the infantry as well just going down. If we have a Battle of the Bastard style pile of bodies, like, this would be very, very high right now. Thousands of Uruk-hai have been going down. They're actually going to be pulling back. Have they decided that they don't want the pikes there anymore? Are they trying to encourage them to come forward so they can kill them? The pikes actually ended up routing. Wow. I mean, the Uruk-hai don't have a crazy amount of men left remaining. I mean, we still have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 units of infantry. That's like another 1,000 men here, but they're definitely running out of soldiers on this left-hand side. I mean, their force over here is really what's going to win it for them if they do win. They have so many Uruk-hai just still fresh from the battle. We're going to see them probably crashing into this side. If they can get any up on this tower as well, wipe out these archers, that would be really big as well. As more of the infantry gets sent forward. And these Gondorians just standing here victorious. They were given the order to hold, and hold they will. And really, it's been down to these towers. These towers have been shooting for so long, and they must just be racking up so many kills. And these Uruk-hai are starting to run out of, healthy men. And these towers are still shooting. Like, honestly, the archers maybe should just try and clear them out. These Uruk-hai have routed and kind of come back, and they're going to be getting sent in. And I imagine we'll be seeing some more Uruk-hai being committed from here. Exactly that. We're going to see another unit of Uruk-hai being sent into the fray over their dead fallen brothers, which is pretty crazy considering just how, like, the line of Uruk-hai dead just waiting there. There's a lot of them as they come flying forward, but there's not really any Gondorians left. Oh, that looks so cool as well. Look at that with the Uruk-hai flag right there. Arrow fight, brutal right there, right through his armor in the chest and down into the pile. Oh, that guy has an arrow in his shoulder plate as well as he tries to fight them back. And I think he just went down. Yeah, he just got slain. So these are the Stormers, and they're very, very deadly. They'll output a ton of damage. Oh, nice. We're getting the Uruk-hai as well, trying to look to break forward through this defense. Now, they should try and see if they can send men actually up here. Like, this would be a perfect situation if they could just make their way up through here and, just then run our way down, kill these archers. They offer them a bit more support up here at the main gate. But, I mean, the second layer right here only has these units of brave Gondorian spears and then these hillmen that will not stand a chance. We're also seeing the full-on assault on the final layer as well, as the crossbows just sit back and just slaughter these Fountain Guard. The Fountain Guard are going to be aggressive though and try and take these guys on. A few of the Stormers making it through the gaps in the pike line, but it's very, very hard to do so. And some of the Urukai pikemen need to come up and match this because, as I said, the Urukai pikemen tend to do a pretty good job at killing them. We even have some Gondorian archers back here as well. I imagine they'll be focusing down the crossbows as much as possible. But if we go back to our bird's eye view right now, we can see that the city is in trouble. This position looking pretty scary right here. We have men fighting on all of the battle lines. And obviously that second layer right there that is still repelling. Oh my god, these men deserve a medal. They have just, I mean, they're running thin, very, very thin right now, but they have held for like the past, I don't know how long, past 10, 15 minutes, they have held strong. No one can fault the Gondorians for just simply rolling over.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Oh, that volley though. Oh, they've turned around. Oh, that is perfect from the Aphelion Rangers.
Take aim.
If these guys can volley or continue to volley, no, it's these guys right here. These Aphelion Rangers are just in perfect view right now of just to hammer the Urukai as they try to assault the final position. Very aggressively as well. So the longer these archers stay alive, the worse it's going to be for the Urukai. As the Citadel Guard go a lot more aggressive. More archer fire, and you can see every volley is taking down like 5-10 guys, and that's eventually going to force these guys to run out of numbers. We're also seeing the what are these guys called again? The Wardens of the White Tower. Basically Fountain Guard with sword and shield. Sword and board. Instead of like a pike or a spear. So we have two of the most elite units in the game right now fighting one another. The Urukai Stormers with their awesome curved blades, which are great for hooking away shields. And then the elite Gondorians, sworn to protect the White Tower, even though there is no White Tower in this map. And defend it, they will. I mean, how many men do the Urukai have any more men to send? I mean, they're, again, fighting on every single pitch. So maybe we'll end up seeing the Gondorians just run out of men to defend here. Because, yeah, again, as you can see, we're getting more and more infantry being brought around the sides. But the Urukai are running out of numbers. Like, they finally managed to withdraw this, and now their own pikemen are going to be clashing. And as I said, the Urukai tend to win these engagements. But the Gondorians are definitely running out of soldiers. I mean, so are the Urukai, but they're starting to show gaps in their defensive battle line, which they haven't really felt yet. I say that, but the Fountain Guard seem to be pinning down a lot of these Urukai. You see a lot of Urukai falling forward. I don't know, maybe the numbers for the Urukai will just end up winning this because there's a lot more of them. But they really need to try and break through here a little bit quicker. And obviously killing these archers is a must as well, which we're seeing right now. Few of the Urukai making their way up. Their arrows are still continuing allowed to shoot. Yeah, the Gondorians have completely broken the Urukai right here. We're seeing a massive turnaround. Wow, I was not going to expect this. I was honestly going to think that they were just going to slaughter them. But it looks like Gondor are starting to bring it back. The Stormers, though, are engaged against these archers, and as you can see, it is not going well for the archers. The Gondori archers is no match for the heavily armoured Urukai.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
Well, that's fine because the general unit for the Urukai can just simply be brought back. We do actually have a unit right here, though, engaging into the back. I mean, they are just crossbowmen, so it's not really going to be like they can do much, but all they need to do is run away and then turn around. But the Urukai taking out a few numbers, but here we go, the rotation, and that's going to kind of force these crossbowmen to be a little stuck right now. And yeah, the last little engagement, I guess, is looking really good for Gondor. They have the defensive positions. Granted, these Fountain Guard have now just gone down there and routed, which is going to allow the rest of the reinforcements to pour in, but I don't know, I feel like Gondor, I mean, they just don't really have a lot of men left, but they actually have the advantage now. They have 1,100 men. This is smart right here by the Urukai. to commit their crossbowmen over here instead of fighting the hopeless battle against the Fountain Guard. They will just be marching their way towards them though, like the impending doom. The White Tower shall not fall today. The will of men is strong and will not be broken. Yeah, they're going to just rip through these guys. Now the Stormers might fare a little bit better, but probably not. So the Fountain Guard have impressed me this day. The Fountain Guard are normally such a mer unit. I mean, look at this, over 300 kills. No, that's a Yokai crossbowman over 300 kills. I mean, kind of, yeah, 72 kills on the Fountain Guard. They kind of just don't hold up to their name. You know, you always expect Fountain Guard to be this, like, unstoppable elite unit, obviously the best of the best, and they kind of just never really perform as well. I'm not sure if that's just because they're pikemen or what, but you kind of expect them to do a little bit better than they end up doing. This battle does look like it's starting to close out, though, but very, very close. Only a couple hundred men left in it. I think, though, as Gondor finish up what's over here, the remnants, yeah, they're starting to envelop these stormers with more reinforcements. They can commit everything down to the general. With the archers they still have left remaining as well. It was looking pretty good for Gondor. I think the Uruk-hai need a miracle. They need a Balrog to turn up, or maybe even a Nazgul. And unfortunately, none of them are in the mod quite yet. And we can already see the orders being given to reinforce this position. Yeah, this is brutal right here. Because these Aphelion Rangers will just be unloading, and we'll see their kills probably shooting up almost at 100 already. And they still have like half their ammunition left as well. So they just basically need to shoot as quickly as they can. I've got to keep on pressing it, sorry, with the map on. It's always so annoying because we just want to see these guys marching. The Vulcan Guard are going to go over here as quickly as they can. They must be exhausted. I mean, every unit must be exhausted. I'm a little bit exhausted from casting this battle. And they're just going to march. Are we going to put their pikes down, actually? Are any more reinforcements coming? Maybe not. Maybe they're just sending this unit of Fountain Guard up? No, everything is coming. Yeah, we can see everything making its way in. It's going to take its time. You know, they've been bloodied and battered, but the will of men is still here. So yeah, it's looking very good for Gondor. I think they've got this one in the bag. With these Aphelion Rangers just shooting into the back, point blank range. And I think it's going to be down to the archers that's going to win it for Gondor. And the towers. The towers, it's a shame that Attila doesn't show how many kills like the settlement got. But yeah, each one of them volleys is just coming in. Oh, there's even some Gondorian archers. How the hell did these guys make it around? They must be from up here, which they just never got cleared out. Came off the wall and then came around the back. Oh, that's really good by the Gondorians. Because, yeah, they can just keep on unloading their bows into the back of these Uruk-hai. The Uruk-hai general is kind of pretty strong still, 162 men in his unit. But the Uruk-hai have kind of made it into a death trap right now. And it's simply a matter of time until they all go down. Especially now we have Fountain Guard turning up and all of his infantry as well. They're all kind of tired. This one actually going, the general unit going just tired. So if they can get their energy back as well, fresh units pouring into this fight will simply be all she wrote. They just need to kind of use these flanks to their advantage. I mean, giving these guys some time to rest is not a bad idea. The battle for the White Tower has indeed been brutal. I mean, this is my White Tower right here. It's a tower and it's white, so... But, yeah, as we come to the end of this battle, I just, again, want to give a huge props to the mod designers and, you know, Empty for creating this map. Some of the stuff they make is spectacular, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well and think it's as good as I think it is, because it really is just amazing. Oh, we've gone down to slow-mo for some reason. There we go, back up to normal speed. Don't know why we went down to slow-mo. Oh, did not mean to click that. Oh, the wall, it bugged out. Apparently it bugged out, but I guess we'll carry on fighting nonetheless. Maybe they're talking about the walls a little bit. That's fine. I mean, maybe it's just like you can't get soldiers off the wall over here. maybe because it's because this tower has been destroyed, so they can't get these men off the wall. I think that's what he meant. But that's fine. There's not really many of these Uruk-hai left remaining. I mean, we'll watch their final stand. But yeah, I do agree with them. Being able to get their Aphelion Rangers off the wall would have been pretty huge. That's one of the annoying things about Attila, is once the tower gets destroyed, you can no longer get men off if there's no other tower there. So basically, if you destroy the tower, your men are stuck on the wall, which just seems so stupid. The archers coming in as well, looking for blood. However, I think the man filth blood will be spilt this day, even though the Uruk-hai are very, very spent. And also, I'm pretty surprised that the Uruk-hai are still fighting bravely on. I mean, their numbers, again, as we keep on seeing, are dwindling, down to only 364 men. There just wasn't enough. They had 7,200,000 men. 7,200,000 men. That'd be pretty insane in more than a Minas Tirith. They did have 7,200 men to begin the battle. And obviously, the forces of Gondor losing 4,000 of their 4,800. But I guess it was a sacrifice to protect this town.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And to keep it operational, as well as that, as soon as these pikes go, I think it's going to be pretty bad for Gondor, because these pikes going are just going to open up like all the infantry to get into close quarter combat. The archer volleys are still coming in. How many kills did these Aphelion Rangers end up with? 210, that's pretty nice. And these ones again, 200 kills on both of these guys. And we're going to see a mass rout now coming in from the last remnants of Isengard. And they've definitely been sent back into the foul abyss. Or send these foul creatures back into the dark abyss. So I want to get the quote exactly right by Gandalf. Oh, some of them coming back though. Somehow they've rallied. Don't quite know how, but they have rallied back close to the battle. I've never really seen that, but this battle just does not want to end. They want to go down to the last Uruk. And hey, I'm not one for complaining.
Their general has fallen.
The general going down though must be pretty devastating though. And there we have it. The forces of Isengard have been broken. The battle for the White Tower is over, and Gondor reign supreme. What an awesome engagement that was, and as I said, an amazing map design by Empty, and also the actual Gondorian models just added so much, depth and flavour to the engagement. So if we take a look at the kills, we can see that the Gondorian General Wardens of the White Tower got 150 kills. These Gondorian swords got over 100, the militia getting over 100 as well. And obviously these wardens as well doing very, very nice. The Citadel Guard doing great for Citadel Guard. You don't normally see them getting too many kills. And just look at the archers. All the archers, close to 200 kills, if not over it. Very impressive. Over on the Uruk side, the Berserkers on the walls really racking up the kills. And even just the basic infantry for the Uruks, 103 kills there, 101. Obviously, close to 200 on both of these guys. And then the crossbows, 341 kills, 290, and 169. Hey, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle. It was definitely a great one to show off the map, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. And also let me know what you thought of the new architecture as well. I'd be interested to find out what you guys have to say about it. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.